Hello dear students, today we are going to explain a new chapter, that is chapter number 15, Introduction to Graphs. Okay, so this is the introduction part of this chapter, and in this part we will explain one by one all the topics. Now what is Introduction to Graphs? Simply it is the representation of data to the visual form. Okay, in this topic we will discuss the data which is given and we have to represent in the visual form by different methods. So we will discuss one by one. So first topic, that is bar graph. The topic bar graph, and this is single bar graph. Okay. Single bar graph. So let's suppose the data is given here and we have to represent this data as a bar graph. This is the visual representation. Now what data is given? Subject is given maths, English, Hindi, science and art. Out of 30 marks, the marks is given maths 25 out of 30, and in English 20 marks, in Hindi 15 marks, in science 25 marks, and in art 30 marks. So maximum marks is also given here. Let's suppose it 30 marks. So these marks are out of 30 marks. So we have to represent this data as a bar graph, single bar graph. So what we have to write? Let's suppose marks is given and subject are given. So x, y axis I am taking marks and this is subject. Okay. Now let's suppose in y axis these are the marks. So this is 0 marks, this will be 5 marks, this is 10, this is 15, this is 20, this is 25. And this will be 30 marks. Okay, these are the marks and this is subject. So subject is given maths, English, Hindi, science and art. So first of all, maths is given 25. So let's suppose draw a bar here which goes up to 25. Okay, so let's suppose this bar is up to 25 and this is maths. This is maths subject. Okay. Maths 25 marks, so the maths bar goes up to 25. Similarly, English is 20, so take a gap of size like this. The bar size is also a gap is there. So after this gap, English is 20, so draw a bar here. It is 20. Okay, and this is English subject. This is second bar of English subject that goes up to 20 marks. Similarly, Hindi 15 marks are given. So just left the space, the size of bar here, and then Hindi will be 15. So draw a bar up to 15. So this will be up to 15, and this is Hindi subject. Okay. Now next one, science is given 25. So just draw a bar here. This goes up to 25, and this is 25. Okay, and this is science subject. Similarly, art is given 30, so this is 30 marks. The bar goes up to 30, so it will be art subject. So these are the single bar graph. Okay, these are the single bar graph. So these are the visual representation of data which is given here. Now the next we are going to explain double bar graph. From this example we are going to understand how can we draw a double bar graph. Okay, the data is given, maximum mark 30 marks, subject math, English, Hindi, and marks is given of half yearly 25 out of 30 and 20 and 15. Maths is 25, English 20 and Hindi 15 marks in half yearly examination. Now in annual examination, maths 20, English 15 marks, Hindi 20 marks. Okay, this data is given here and we have to draw a double bar graph. So how can we draw it? Simply, let's suppose this is y-axis, we have to draw marks, and in x-axis, let's suppose subjects are there. So first of all, let's suppose 0 marks, 5 marks, 10 marks, 15, 20, 25 and 30 marks. Okay, so these are the marks are given, and what subject is given here? In half yearly, in math subject, in half yearly 25 marks and in annual 20 marks. So draw a subject maths here, which half yearly 25. So bar will goes up to 25. Okay, and in annual examination 20 marks. So it is 20 marks. Okay, this is math subject. So one bar goes up to 25, this is half yearly. Another bar goes up to 20 marks, so this is annual. Okay, so these two bars get together and these are math subject. Here you can write half yearly and this is annual. Okay, as for half yearly, A for annual examination. Similarly, for English subject, in half yearly 20 marks and in annual examination 15 marks. So just left the gap here and draw in half yearly 20 marks in English. So bar goes up to 20. Now 15 marks in annual examination. So it will goes up to 15. So this will be the English subject. Similarly, in Hindi subject, in half yearly 15 marks and in annual examination 20 marks. So there are also two bars. Just left the gap in between here. So 15 in half yearly. So bar goes up to 15. So this will be 15 here. So this is 15. Now in annual examination 20 marks are there. So bar goes up to 20. Okay. So up to this. So this is Hindi subject. Okay. So in math subject, half yearly annual, English this is half yearly and this is annual. In Hindi subject, this is half yearly and this is annual. So this is double bar graph. Very easy. So here we will understand how to draw a single bar graph and double bar graph. Okay, so these are the method and these are the explanation. So now next, pie graph and pie chart, both are same thing. So this is the topic where data is given and we have to represent in visual form. Okay, so in this topic we have to represent the whole as a part. Okay, so let's suppose here I am taking example. Let's suppose 50% students like cricket, 30% students like football, and let's suppose tennis, 20% students like tennis. Okay, 50% students like cricket, 30% football, and 20% is let's like tennis, and total which is 100%. Let's suppose we have to draw, we have to represent this data as a visual form, as a pie chart. So what we have to do, so just draw a circle, and this is the whole, and we have to divide in 3 parts, that is 50%, 30%, 20%. So the half of the whole will be 50%, so this is cricket. Okay, now 30% football, so the left half is divided in 30% and 20%. So this is 30%, and this will be football here, and this is football. Now what is 20%? Tennis, so this is 20%, this is tennis. Okay, so this form of representation is known as pie chart, and we will discuss explainly in the exercise questions. So these are the introduction part. Now next, that is next exercise, that is first exercise 15.1. So now one thing is more here, coordinates. Okay. Let's suppose this is y-axis, this is x-axis. Okay. The points are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and this will be 5. Okay, this is y-axis. Now x-axis point are there and y-axis point are there. Okay. There must be 2 points, x-axis point and y-axis point. Let's suppose 2 and 3. It is given. It is whole as known as coordinates. Okay. So 2 is the point x and 3 is the point y. Okay, x, y. Here it is a denotation, can denote like this. This is the whole coordinate, and x is the point of x-axis and y is the point at y-axis. Okay. So, and this 2 is known as abscissa, and 3 is known as ordinate. Okay. The x part will be known as abscissa and the y part is known as ordinate. Let's suppose we have to 2, 3 we have to denote here on the graph paper. So how can we denote it? 2, 3. So x, 2 is the point at x-axis and 3 is the point at y-axis. Okay. Now let's suppose this is y dash and this is x dash. So this is x dash and this is y dash. Now at right side x is positive and left side at x dash the x is negative. Okay. So this is -1, -2, -3 and -4. And at y dash it will be negative. So -1, -2, -3 and -4. Okay, so let's suppose we have to represent this coordinate. We have to represent these 4 coordinates on this graph paper. So this is x axis positive x, this is negative x, this is positive y, and this is negative y. Okay. So now first 2, 3. Okay. So we know that at x axis the value is 2 and at y axis the value is 3 here. So at x axis, so this is positive x and this is negative x. They are plus 2, so this is positive. So it goes up to that point. Okay. This is positive 2. at x-axis. Now what is 3? So 3, that is positive 3. So y, this is positive and this is negative at y-axis. So it is goes up to 3. So 1, 2, 3. Now 2 goes up to 3. Now this point is known as 2, 3. Okay. So this point is the coordinate of 2, 3. Is it clear to everyone? So it's very easy. Similarly, -2 and 3 is given here. So this is x point, x-axis point, and this is y-axis point. So -2 at x-axis. So see here, this is positive x and this is negative x. So -2 is given here. So this will be the negative -2. Okay. And the next one, 3 is given. So +3 is given at y-axis. So at y-axis these are positive. So it goes up to +3. Okay, so this is +3. This point is known as -2, 3. Is it clear? Similarly, the next point -2, -4. So at x-axis -2 and at y-axis -4. So this is positive and this is negative x. So -2 at negative. So this is the -2. And next one -4. So negative of my y, that is downward. So -4, -1, -2, -3, and -4. So it goes up to -4. So this point is known as -2, 3. Sorry. -2, -4. Okay. So this coordinate is shown here, and this is the point where this coordinate is located. Now next one, 3, -2. So at x-axis 3 and at y-axis -2. So at x-axis 3, so this is positive x. So this will be 3. So this is +3 and this is -2. So it goes up downward by y dash, which is -2. So 3, -2. So it goes up to -2. Okay. So this point is known as 3, -2. Okay. So this is the final answer. So these are the location of coordinates at graph paper. So by this method we can solve the questions from the exercise. Okay. So this was the complete introduction part of this chapter. Now in next video we will discuss the exercise 15.1 from NCERT. Thank you so much, friends.